You want Gavin Newsom's birth chart? Here it is. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Gavin Newsom, Governor of California, man of the hour, who has just had this full moon in Sagittarius line up exactly with his Mars in Sagittarius. Also, that puts the sun at the very top of his chart, conjunct the midheaven, which is his public image and reputation. So, yes, he was made for this moment. This full moon is what propelled his new trajectory to taking on Donald Trump. Let's get into the chart first. Okay, we've got a Virgo rising. This man does not miss a detail. He knows every single thing about every single thing and keeps the receipts. He's also, yes, very service oriented. It's not surprising that he went into politics. He is a public servant. You will find many politicians, they seem to be more on the Democratic side, but they do have strong Virgo placements in their charts. And there's obviously a lot of thinking going on with him. He is very intellectual and analytical, really likes to analyze, scrutinize, go through everything with a fine-toothed comb. And Virgo is the critic. So yes, he can be very critical of others around him as well as himself. He's always pushing himself to be better and better and better, to be a more perfect version of himself. We also have some complexity here with Pluto on the ascendant. It tells me that he is very much someone who needs to be in control. This can actually be the mark of someone who has control issues. Yeah, might be a control freak. And there's an intensity, and there's also actually a shyness with Pluto on the ascendant. Mostly these people are shy. It's not easy for them to come out and receive a lot of attention. They're very private, and yes, they can be secretive. We also have Uranus in the first house telling me he is a rebel. He definitely has a rebellious streak in him. I'd be very curious to know what he was up to in high school, because I bet you he was sneaking out. And this is definitely someone too who is a advocate for justice, very much a humanitarian. Also someone who's able to think outside of the box. This is someone with a very unique perspective and someone who's very innovative. And then we've got the sun in Libra, also in the first house. As a Libra, yes, he is a peacekeeper of sorts. He really is someone who strives for balance in his life and very much believes in justice, fairness, and equality. He does his best to be cordial, to be polite, can also be a people pleaser at times, but also has that Libra charm that is very irresistible. Definitely does well in social settings. He comes across as very pleasing, very likable. Yeah, it's Libra, so he's good looking. Now I want to talk about the chart ruler, which is actually Mercury. Mercury here in Scorpio. We already addressed that he's very intellectual, but he's also incredibly deep. This is a deep thinker, someone who looks beyond the surface, someone who will stay up all night researching a specific topic until he knows everything about it. Mercury in Scorpio is also the investigator, like the private detective who, yes, is going to get to the bottom of whatever the problem is. He's going to solve the mystery, or at least try his damnedest to. There's also a lot of strategic thinking with a Mercury in Scorpio. They're usually thinking a few steps ahead. With Mercury in the second house, he could definitely make a profit from his communication skills. I wouldn't be surprised if he writes a book, or, well, he is doing a podcast now, so that makes sense, but using his communication skills. He might have already written a book. Let's go to the moon. We've got this moon in Capricorn, incredibly resilient, structure-oriented, really needs a lot of stability in his life to feel safe and secure, and also very success-driven. This is not someone who is going to settle for an entry-level position. He was always going to climb to the top of whatever it was he was pursuing. It's very difficult to rattle a Capricorn moon. They are so stoic and grounded, and they do a really good job at just keeping it together, not showing a single crack, even if they are upset. Actually, there is another Capricorn theme in his chart. You can see that we also have Saturn opposing the sun. Saturn in Aries, which, yes, he is coming up on his second Saturn return, but Saturn opposite the sun, again, there's a sense of maturity, responsibility, of strength. When Capricorn is influencing the sun, this is not someone who is easily rattled. They are able to keep their calm. Also someone who can be more cautious, which makes them people who adamantly follow the rules. I'd be curious to know what wins out in his chart, that rebellious Uranus in the first house or this Saturn sun, because the Saturn sun follows the rules, does the right thing, does the responsible thing, does the mature thing. Got to talk about this Mars in Sagittarius in the fourth house. This is a man who needs to be in charge of his home, of his environment. I'm telling you, in his home, he's calling the shots. And yes, California is also his home, so of course he is going to be defending it like crazy right now. Mars in the fourth house will willingly go to battle, will willingly defend what they perceive as theirs, especially their property or the people that they're close to. In the Sagittarius part, this is someone who goes big. When he sets out to do something, it's never going to be on a small scale. It's going to be something huge, something monumental. You do not want to be on the receiving end of a Sagittarius Mars's bow and arrow. Mars in Sagittarius is someone who is very motivated by their morals. Yes, someone who will literally fight for what they believe is right. My name is Tara. I'm a modern astrologer. You can follow here for more astrology insights. If there's anything else you want to know about Gavin Newsom's chart, let me know. And yeah, keep following.